What is going on, guys? Today I got your top 10 Warzone loadouts for you to be the most success in Caldera. Now, these are personally my top 10 best loadouts paired together. I think they're very efficient, very sufficient in Warzone Caldera. And so yeah, let's get started. So my number 10, we have here the 3-line and the BP50, which is obviously the F2000. But for the 3-line, I would say it's very good at range. Better, I think, than the Car for Warzone. I think this is the best overall sniper for Caldera, honestly. But here, we're going to be putting on the Mercury silencer. Empress 514 F01 is the best barrel to go there. This 3 to 6 times a scope is the best to go there as well. The MN custom stock, best to go there. Gives you that aim stability, recoil control, flinch resistance, accuracy, all the things you need in a sniper pretty much. Silent focus for a perk, very, very good, especially in that aim stability. On hand, very good, so you can be fast with equipment when you need to. Leather grip, I would go there. I mean, you could maybe go pine tar, but I think leather grip is the best for aim down sight speed, so you're not taking years to aim down sight to shoot someone. Also with that aim stability, we're going to be going the 20 round mag here, biggest mag here. Clearly no argument there. That's just the best thing to go there, especially when you need more bullets. Lengthened, you want to get those bullets faster, especially those longer distances. And heavy grip, best overall. Idle sway and reduced sway just overall is always good for a sniper. So there you go, the 3-line. Now to back it up for sniper support, we have the BP50. Pretty good, solid gun. A little bit of a laser. Can get a little wild in the first jump of the gun, but it's not bad at all, to be honest. The MX silencer we have on it, normal silencer usually for Vanguard, but it also gives that extra range, which you really want if you need to get those mid ranges a little bit. You could go recoil booster, but I just think MX silencer works best in the Caldera environment. For barrel, we'll be going with the Desmet 540, flinch resistance, bullet velocity. Want to get those bullets there faster. Does also pretty good TTK, honestly, from mid range. There. For laser, we'll be going with the flashlight here. It gives that recoil control, recoil recovery. Honestly, best one here. It's not really an argument. These other ones are kind of like, you could go maybe for the aim down sight speed, but you're not really looking for that. You're looking just for sniper support. The 30 Russian 50 round drum mag is going to be the best one to go here as well. Headshot damage, make sure you hit those headshots. And aim down sight speed, and your hip fire as well. Hip fire won't really come in too handy, but I mean, if they get in that situation. Tape gripped here for the grip. Best, I think, overall. No negatives. Always very good. Perk 1, we're going to be tight grip. Very good overall with sustained fire. Helps it become a little more laser. On hand, always very good, especially for support setup. And we're going to go with the stock. We've got the skeletal, aim stability, initial firing recoil. Like I said, that little bit of a jump is a little bit of a doozy, but that definitely will help you there, along with the aim stability. And then optic, always the best for Caldera 2.5 for the ARs. So yeah, very good setup here. Very, very good, I think, loadout. By the way, too, all loadouts that are going to be in this video, they all have Serpentine perk, Overkill, Combat Scout. Best meta picks right now for that. And lethals, I'm still putting throwing knife in and stim in. If you're running solos, you could just go maybe Semtex could be an option as well, but throwing knife is very good, especially if someone has last stand. So yeah. Number 9, we're going with the Lienna and the UGR. Lienna, obviously you guys haven't seen this one yet. It's the new weapon that just got introduced. Yeah, it's pretty good mid-range. Long range does fall off a little bit, but it's pretty damn good in the very, very minimal long range, I guess you could say. But here we'll be going with the MX silencer, per usual. The Frey 432 Shrouded I found is the best in accuracy for barrels. You could go maybe the 480, but I feel like it just felt a little too slow. Yeah, the Shroud I think is overall the best here. Underbarrel, going to be going with Carver. Found that to be the most successful grip there. Magazine, you're going to be going with the Klauser 50s. You could go with the Russian short 90s, but the movement speed drags down a lot, and the reload speed is very, very slow, I would say, in my opinion. You could go the middle ground 75s. It's decent, but it kind of does the same in terms of movement speed. It's just this has a little more of I don't know, the reload speed is a lot better, I think, with the 50 round than the 75. So the 75 is almost on the verge of the 90. So I would just keep the 50, to be honest. It's not bad at all. I would go probably lengthened here. I don't know why I had subsonic there, but lengthened would be the best to go there for the Lienna. And rear grip, going with polymer. You could go maybe taped, could be a good option here if you're looking for a little more movement, if you feel too slow. But I think polymer is the best, especially for its accuracy wise. Can get a little jumpy at times. Perk 1, I'm going to go with tight grip here for that sustained recoil control. Then I'm going to go perk 2 as fully loaded. Best, I think, especially if you're just picking it up. It's only obviously the 50 round mags. I think that's going to help a lot there, at least the most useful one out there. Optic 2.5 like usual, very useful, very basic to go with. And the stock here, you could go, I would say the Wenger NH adjustable is the best overall. Here you get the sustained, and then obviously if you guys mount, crouch is always like a popular position when you're shooting. Very good overall. You can go with the Bombin 88. Does a little bit of the same but it's only just mounted, crouched, and prone. So I would say that the Wenger is the way to go on there. UGR, we're just copy and pasting basically from our Warzone setup. That the Grau suppressor is the best to go here. The 10.7 Task Force, the Tiger Team Spotlight, or laser, the underbarrel, the bruiser grip for a little bit extra movement speed. And the magazine explosive flechettes, very fun. Doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but is very fun to play with, and definitely stacks on. So yeah, next up at my number 8, we have the Kilo and the CX9. So for the Kilo, we all know it's very proud of, back to the freaking Verdansk days. But yeah, so Kilo, we have monolithic suppressor first. We have Singard arms, very basic to go here for the barrel. No laser. I will put on the VLK 3.0, pretty basic for an MW gun. Underbarrel, commando foregrip, and 60 round for that magazine. You could go the 50. Please do not go the hundreds. That is asking for trouble, especially reload speed. But you could go 50s. 50s are a definite option if you would like that little more movement speed than the 60s and reload speed. But yeah, I think the 60s overall is the best to go there. For CX9, we did have a CX9 set up for Rebirth, but for Warzone, changes up a little bit. The barrel, I'm going to be going with the CX38S, has the integrated monolithic. It gives you a little more damage range than just going monolithic, and the recoil control as well, along with a little bit of more bullet velocity than before. No underbarrel again. We're going to go with tack laser for sure here. In my Rebirth video, I said that you can very well go with very good replacement here. The 5 milliwatt, that's just because you'll be in close, but here you'll be a little more longer. So I would say tack would be the best there. Same stock, CXFR, best stock I think out of it. And the 50 round drum, also best to go there. And I still keep slider hand around because I think it's just the best perk overall for an MW gun, or for this MW gun in particular. But yeah. Next up, we have the AS44 and the Owen. AS44, very good, laser-like a little bit, not so much like some of the other guns you'll see, but still very accurate. MX silencer will be going here for the muzzle. Barrel, we're going with the 615 millimeter. You can go possibly with the middle boy here, or the longer one, but I think the negative of the body damage kind of ruins it there for me. Carver foregrip, we're going to be going for the underbarrel, and the 7.62 Gorenko 50s, best here. Could go 60s. You can always go more if you guys feel like it, but to me personally, reload speed is a little too slow, and same thing with movement speed was a little too slow for me, so I think the 50s is the best there. Lengthened for ammunition, get that going faster there. Rear grip, I would say the taped grip is the best overall. No negatives. Aim stability, movement speed, very, very good. Disable, I would say for your perk 1, best to be honest here. You don't really need sleight of hand. The reload's not that bad, honestly, at all. Gung ho, you don't really need to sprint and fire at the same time, but I think disable the best to go here. Fully loaded, I would say 2 for perk 2, very good to go there. Optic 2.5, that's kind of the norm. Stock, we're going with the ZAC 12 A as the best stock for me overall. You can go with, I believe, is it the skeletal? No, it's the custom. You can go with the custom if you would like, but I think that the ZAC 12A just turns in a little more of a laser gun, especially helping with that recoil, horizontal recoil. So yeah. For my Owen build, we haven't really seen much of this at all, but it's a little bit of an underrated gun. The only thing that can bother some people is the magging in the way. But for our Owen build here for Warzone, I'm going with the recoil booster there. The Hawkinson 305 Precision is, I think, the best to go there. I don't even know why I said precision like that, but yeah, the best to go there. Bullet velocity and range, always very good. Headshot damage, very good, especially for those longer fights. Even though it is an SMG, you'd want to have a lot of accuracy there, especially for Caldera. Underbarrel, the Mark 6 skeletal is the best to go there. The 72 Gurenkos, I think, is the best to go here. You can go the 60s. I find a little more success with the 72s. You do get a little bit of damage reduction, but I don't think it's that big. I mean, these kind of go a little bit hand to hand. It just depends on if you rather want more damage and range. And here you get a little more control and accuracy. So you kind of go hand in hand. It's just one over the other. You can choose between those. Rear grip, we're going to be going grooved here. ADS firing, move speed, aim stability, horizontal is what I'm looking in that. Slate reflector is the best to go here, I think, in my personal opinion. Stock here, I think Ravenwood MK1SO is the best to go here. You can go maybe remove stock if you want more mobility across Caldera, but I just think that the 1SO is still very good. You still have very good movement speed, by the way, with even this longer barrel. So it's very good, especially if you throw on like this perk 1, I would go acrobatic, and perk 2, I would go quick as well. That'd be the best setup. So yeah, there's the Owen setup. For class number 6, I'd be going here with the Cooper Carbine and the Type 100. The Cooper Carbine, MX silencer. We're going to be going with the 22 Cooper Custom barrel. Can go the 18-inch if you would like, but I find that to be better probably for more shorter range, so I would stick with the 22, especially if you want those long-range fights. Skeletal on the underbarrel is the best to go there. 60-round magazine, best to go there. Reload is actually pretty fast for being 60 rounds, so I appreciate that. Lengthened on the ammunition, always. Rear grip, you're going to be going with tape there. No negatives. Taped is very common, to be honest, because there's no negatives or a lot of the ARs. But yeah, so optic 2.5 again. Stock going with the Cooper 45. Can go maybe with the padded for that sustained fire and flinch resistance, but initial fire recoil, aim stability gets a little wonky, so I would stick with the Cooper 45. Tight grip for perk 1, and I would go perk 2 on hand as well. For the Type 100, I would say go a little bit of a change here from our rebirth video. Same pretty much setup so far. Recoil booster is the same, hand stop is the same, 36 round mag the same. You can go larger if you would like, since we are in Caldera and you need a little more bullets sometimes. But I think 36 works out pretty fine. Tape gripped is the same. Acrobatic the same as before. Quick the same. The only two things that I changed here for Caldera are the Shirashi 374 barrel. Gives you a little more range, a little more accuracy at those midder ranges, and the Warabaki grip folding stock I think is the best here to go with for Caldera. Moving on to class number 5, we have the Amax and the Armaguerra. Amax, like I mentioned in my rebirth and Warzone AR videos, very good across the board. Pretty much just a copy and paste from those videos. It's still the best setup. I don't think there's really much to change here. Monolithic XRK at VLK, very basic to go there with the sight. 45 round, biggest unfortunately for an AR, and commando foregrip. So yeah, pretty much that there. For the Arma, we'll be going with the, I believe this was pretty much the same two in that Warzone video for SMGs. Recoil booster, body 315, slate reflector is the best so far, I think. Emirito SA folding, best here. Hard scope as well, perk 1, perk 2 quick. You got polymer for the rear grip, 55 round for the magazine, lengthened ammunition. If you're on rebirth, I would say go subsonic, but lengthened here. for Caldera, and Carver foregrip I think is the best. That's pretty much a little bit of a copy and paste class from previous videos. M4 here. So with the M4, this is more of a copy of our Warzone top 5 ARs. Monolithic, Grenader, VLK 3.0, 60 round, Commando. Like I said before, if you guys pay attention before in the ARs for Rebirth, I did say do the Commando, or the Corvus Custom. You can get away possibly with this in Caldera, but I just think the Grenader outperforms it overall, especially with longer ranges. Then also we'll be going as a secondary, the Marco. This is pretty much like I said before. This is a copy and paste from our Warzone SMG, Emirto 342 recoil booster, that slate reflector, Emirto FR, unmarked, very good here. Quick, very good for that rotations. Taped grip, always good there. 64 rounds there, lengthen there. Rebirth, you want to go subsonic if you guys do want to use the setup on Rebirth. And then Mark skeletal for the grip on the Marco there. For our number 3, we're going with our Warzone Grau and our PPSH all around beast. So for the Grau, pretty much copy and paste like before. Like I said, we got Monolithic, Tempest 26.4 Archangel, VLK 3.0 optic, 60 round mag. Like I said before, you guys can go 50 if you want a little more movement speed, but I think 60 overall is the better one to go there. Commando foregrip, also very basic to go there, so I would stick with that. If you guys don't want to have the optic, which I advise probably should since it's longer range, but if you don't, you can take this off, put the tack laser on. Iron sights on this is very good. It'll basically just be a copy and paste of our Rebirth setup for the Grau, but yeah, you can also do that option as well. PPSH, copy and paste, just like our Rebirth setup and Warzone setup. This is a very good setup all around, I believe. Recoil booster, 230 BL3P, removed, tight grip, quick, pine tar, the Nambu 64 lengthened, and that Carver foregrip. Like I said before, you can go slate reflector here, but I found that the ISO 3Ps is also a very good sight to go with, so you can replace it there if you would like. That's also personal preference. Next up on our number 2, we have the XM4 and the Blix. So the XM4, copy and paste again from our Warzone AR video. Agency suppressor, 13.5 task force, field agent grip on the underbarrel, the magazine, the Static 60s, and the optic, the Axle arms 3 times. Best setup there. Blix, copy and paste basically from both his videos, Rebirth and Warzone. Recoil booster, Johnson 9-inch, Carver foregrip, Grau 54s, lengthened, taped grip, Perfectionist. I think actually in my Rebirth say to go with Fleet, but we are in Warzone, so I would go back to Perfectionist there if you would like, but Fleet can work if you want. Quick for perk 2, remove stock, slate reflector, always good there. And to my number 1 setup that I have honestly the most fun with, the Vargo52 and the MP40. Vargo52 is a machine. The Grau suppressor muzzle here, 18.6 task force, Spetsnaz grip, Spetsnaz 60s, Axle arms 3 times. Same exact from our Warzone AR video. MP40, same exact from both videos. Slate reflector, 33M folding, Perfectionist. Actually, I think in oh no, I did go Perfectionist still because there wasn't a Fleet. But yeah, keep Perfectionist on. Quick for perk 2. Tape grip for that rear grip. 45 Gorenkos for the magazine. Ammunition here for Warzone, I would say go lengthen. Don't go subsonic. Mark skeletal. And yeah, short recoil booster. But yeah, subsonic, keep that off unless you're going to Rebirth, like in our Rebirth. I think I mentioned that. I mean, other than that, in Warzone, I would go lengthened here. But yeah, so you guys go. That is my top 10 Warzone loadouts all together. Best setups, I think, overall for my personal preference. If you guys have any more sets, please drop them down in the comments that are hidden metas, and I could test them out if you guys like. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to smash that like button, tap that subscribe button if you guys are new, and click on that notification bell so you guys know when I post the next video. And yeah, like I said before, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.